Alright, how's it going, YouTube? We are back with another video, and today I'm going to be explaining my mission and my purpose that I have in this short life that we live in. Let's get into it. So first, I want to start off with the alignment and the structure which I do. So leading up is obviously my content, and that tells a lot about who I am, what I'm working on, what I do, my story, everyday life, things that I come up with, right? Which leads to my clothing brand, right? So I have the clothing brand that I've been working on this year, and the goal for that is to scale it to a point where it becomes a full-time business that I don't have to run. Okay, so my goal for it is to obviously open up stores and open a headquarters, and with that I want to get to a point where I'm just only working on design, and I have everyone else, a team and people who I can hire to run it, right? For creative directors and like even designers, like. But I want to essentially obviously keep the direction of it, but everyone else really runs it: the PR, the marketing, the designing, the clothing, the manufacturing, where I don't have to make, or I don't have to do anything, and I'm just making money while I sleep. That's the goal. Which then leads to my third page, which is the Alley exclusive, which that is a specific page. How to explain it? Basically, it's basically my mind, what I think, what goes into the creative process, and leaving hints in life through designs and storytelling and everything. But I also am creating a website, um, for like a portfolio for when I, work with the biggest people in the world, and showing you my work and stuff like that. And then I'm also planning to open up a mock-up website with like with the introduction of 3D, so people can purchase my mock-up designs, um, story directions, and even just plain mock-ups, plain designs with good manufacturing, good quality, um, and people can purchase from there. So yeah, there's essentially two businesses right now, which is clothing brand, uh, designing the mock-up pages, and then there's also a third one which I'm currently doing right now, is just designing for tech companies, designing for other brands, designing for, it doesn't have to be clothes, it can be digital products, designing and designing, building, even just like tech stuff in general. Um, and yeah, that covers the page, the clothing brand, sort of the business stuff right now, and then also with like, um, learning stock and assets, and all that stuff too with it, money on the side. But yeah, that's been my current structure and alignment. And there's also a couple of other things that I want to work on. Um, but yeah, that's like the path that you see in what I'm doing. Like, because I know you guys see a lot of different things. You're like, well, what is that? What is that? A lot of things are not established yet, but that's where I'm taking it. And obviously, I want to explain it more on these YouTube videos. Um, but yeah, I mean, once I really the main goal is to getting to that point where I create the brand, becomes a business that I don't have to run anymore. Um, in the fashion game. Uh, so yeah. Now I want to dive into the meaning. The meaning, the purpose, what is this all for? Why is it important? Why do we need it? And for Ali Vester, right, the clothing brand, it is a direction to understanding man and woman, right? Um, in the fashion way, right? Where in my belief, it's there's just man and woman, right? And Ali Vester is a brand that is so powerful that it connects family together, right? And the symbol of hope, which is me, right? Essentially creating, guiding people through my journey, through the brand, and creating a family that can't be broken, and it can be true and stored in the world that we live in today. So basically, it's like it's all just philosophy, and it's the form of it through the universe of a calling. Okay, and I'm looking for a wife who can provide children for me, and living in a and showing and living in a world that is supposed to be built. How the world and families in the community and the world how it's supposed to be built. Okay, um, and through my children who are born, who are going to be as guidance as well, um, are the symbol of hope for the kids who are born and coming into this world. And Ali Vester holds that true strength. Um, but yeah, that's Ali Vester, and you know, essentially it's gonna be my name one day, and the truth and all the meanings and everything will be revealed through other videos. But Ali Vester is on another level than, and it's gonna work, and I believe in it, and it's truly unrecognizable, yet beautiful. Okay, now that we covered the clothing brand, or just the brand, Ali Vester itself, I also want to talk about the website. I'm creating the website. So Ali, which is Ali is spelled ALEY, but for the third page, the third meaning is Ali, which is spelled AELY, which is my conscious mind, right? And so with that website that I'm currently building, it's gonna be called Trace Grid BTC, and it's the 12 it's the 12 laws of the universe, and its first letter in each one is planed out, and it's constructed into one meaning, which is Trace Grid VTC. I actually have it right here too. Right here, it's all planned out. But yeah, Trace Grid, trace, leaving a mark, a legacy and a memory. Grid, which is the structure, design, system, and balance. VTC is the vision through creation humans were meant to create. Okay. Now, what it's how it's how we're supposed to live. Okay. That's how big a lot of this stuff is gonna be with the content and stuff like that. How humans were supposed to evolve and how we were supposed to be built and run. Because I wrote this as well. So the website is a system built to leave a mark. The idea that every design leaves a trace in the grid, the creative network of the world. Now here's the philosophy of it. To trace your essence, your spiritual being, right? To trace your essence through the grid, which is signifying the system. To trace your essence through the grid of creation, real art, maintaining VTC, which is vision through creation. The world is built on a grid, okay? And I don't want to, it'll all make sense later, but the humanity of the world is built on a grid, okay? These higher people have managed to build a world on tech and digital. Humans were not meant to be that, okay? We're not meant to be that. We were meant to be structured by the universe based on physical form and energy and frequency, okay? But they've managed to change that, and instead of energy and frequency, we got technology and data. That's what we're on now. And again, I will explain everything in other videos right now, but this website is going to be so powerful. It's out. It's my mind. Everything I create leaves a hint. Everything. And once the website comes out, more videos are going to come out explaining each detail, why I made it, or not why I made it, but just the design going into it and the patterns that I've created. It's going to be sensational. It's going to be something I'm going to blow up, okay? I'm going to blow up with a lot of the things that I've built so far. It's a matter of time and stepping into the rooms and telling you and sharing you everything. It's going to be phenomenal work. I'm going to be the greatest. Okay? It's coming. The world will know who I am, and I will be here to help every single one of you who follow along. My mission, Ali Vester.